Oh, Chilean's cubes. How how do you work? I don't know. I mean, you got no arms, no legs, no serpentine bodies to propel yourselves. Your body is entirely flat and square with flat sides. Where are you getting the traction? Where's the momentum coming from? If you're supposedly composed of an acidic substance, why are you not just melting through the floor endlessly until you go to the center of the... Oh, hello. You have to say, yeah, not like I clicked the start video button or anything. Yes, welcome to the first Fantastic Response. Now, I've already begun Fantastic Rants. In Fantastic Rants, I pick a subject, and it could be any subject, and I rant about it for a bit. Sometimes it's a nice rant, sometimes it's an angry rant, sometimes it will bring tears to your very eyes. And, yes, I decided to therefore start Fantastic Responses, because when you rant, it brings a reaction in people. Sometimes it's an angry reaction, sometimes it brings a few queries, and sometimes rises unknown sexual urges within you. And I want responses to those in particular. And yes, so in the first rant, I asked if people wanted to respond, they could. I've had very many nice responses. People have given me smiley faces. I assume that is a good thing. I don't know. I cannot smile. I'm just assuming. My face is kind of naturally a grimace. If I'm having a good time, I'm probably doing this. You can't tell from looking at me. So I'm just assuming your smiley faces are good. Alright? But one person in particular left me like a long comment, so much of a comment I thought a video itself is required. So when I get particularly good comments, I will respond in Fantastic Responses. This comment comes from one Alan Griff. Let's try that again. Alan Griff. I can't say his name. Alan, I'm going to call you Alan Griffin from now on, because I know what griffins are, and we have them in my world. They're really cool. They are eagle lions, and I'm sure if you could turn up to a party as an eagle lion, you'd be like, everybody would be impressed. So you are Alan Griffin to me from now on. Mr. Griffin was responding to my top 5 celebrity goblin rant. He says this. I have queries, Mr. Fantastic. No, I must stop you there, Aaron. I am not Mr. Fantastic. There are differences between I, Fantastic, and Mr. Fantastic. Firstly, I have green skin. Mr. Fantastic, pink skin. Secondly, I have no hair. Mr. Fantastic, stylish grey streak. Also, I am not stretchy. No, wait, I am stretchy. Goodness, look at me. Look out, Dr. Doom! I am poking your eyes from 50 miles away! No, not really, look. I stretch, but in the normal manner. Goblins do not have super stretchiness. I cannot touch the ceiling! Oh my god, I'm touching it! No, that's just a camera trick. I do not have the stretchiness powers of Mr. Fantastic. Susan Storm, you lucky woman. So just fantastic. After all, goblins have no gender. Alright, we're just goblins. Have you ever seen a female goblin in the movies? A baby goblin? No! Because we don't have any. We're just goblins. If there's a need for more goblins, there's a knock at the door opens and out appears another goblin. Oh, hey there, Frank. What's going on? And that's how it works. When there's a need, more appear. So just fantastic. But thank you for your compliment. Mr. makes me sound very important. Yes. Now, continuing to read his comment. I need my smart man glasses. Yes. Now. Was your refusal to consider Gringotts Bank members as celebrity goblins in favour of a house elf from the same world a deliberate anti capitalist statement. Firstly, I am not anti-capitalist. I love capitals, alright? Capital B in particular. Without that, you don't get boom! You get oom! Which is kind of like a really understated reaction to a firework. Oom! Boom is the firework itself. Okay? Good capital, yes. Without capitals, without the capital F, I'm fantastic. Which is actually pretty great. It makes me sound like I can control ants with my mind and know that Ant-Man. See, I can't take that. It's taken. It's a good capital though. And Alan, you see, is a good capital. I'm pro-capital. So, however, you have brought to light something. Gringotts goblins are not actually goblins. Okay? Dobby the house elf is on my list because even though he isn't green, he's quite goblin-esque. He goes around in your house. He's shy. He's got these big floppy ears and he's adorable. He's a goblin. Elves are hideous and humans, just with pointed ears. Not like goblins. Okay? Gnomes, however, are closely related to goblins. They have pointed noses, pointed ears, and hair. We do not have hair. Gnomes have pink skin. Gringotts goblins are gnomes. Alan, you have brought light to a great conspiracy. You see. Now, he says, do you consider their lack of hiding to be due to their access to lawyers and dragons? Well, of course I do. Because this is a conspiracy. The gnomes are pretending to be goblins, and they're using lawyers to make sure that the fact is cemented in law. Meanwhile, the goblins of the Harry Potter world must masquerade as elves. You know why? Because no one likes lawyers, and no one likes bankers. And the goblins that aren't actually goblins, that are gnomes, are bankers and lawyers. Bankers working with lawyers. The gnomes are trying to get all the goblins killed! Don't you see, Alan Griffin? Don't you see the conspiracy layers? And the gnomes are working with the dragons, you see? Everyone's afraid of dragons, no one messes with dragons. So if the dragons say that the gnomes are actually goblins, then everyone will believe the dragons. Everyone hates lawyers, but if the lawyers are backed by dragons, then they're going to believe it. And then the people are going to kill the goblins when they're not lying. But this is the thing. Where do you find gnomes most in the real world? In the garden. Watching your every move through your windows. But if you think those are goblins, who are you going to go into the dungeon of with your bows and arrows to shoot? The goblins! Innocent goblins are being killed because of this global conspiracy between dragons and lawyers. Think about it, people. Dragon's Den. It's a show where people calling themselves dragons control what gets invented, what goes into the economy. Who runs the banks? Gnomes. Masquerading as goblins. You see, they control the world economy because the dragons in Dragon's Den are actually dragons. Dragons can show change people, do you not know that? The dragons and the gnomes control the world economy. The Wall Street crash. Dragons and gnomes. But who's getting blamed? Goblins. Goblins everywhere. That is why goblins are hated and why people burn down our villages and come on looters for our quartz gems and our winter wolf pelts. As I stated last video, because the gnomes and the dragons are working against us. Tell the world, people, gnomes and dragons, evil. Evil. Thank you, Alan, for bringing this conspiracy to light. Shine on, Alan Griffith, shine on. Thank you, people. There will be more fantastic rants and responses to come. You've been fantastic. So have I. Ha ha, yes.